Hey, Arnav here from Coding Blocks, and in this video, basically in less than an hour, I will be showing you how you can create a nice little front-end project, which is basically a word count visualizer. Um, so recently, I just opened a new channel called 6C Time. If you have not seen the channel or subscribed to it, you can go and do that. And I generally post non-coding content there. So science facts, mathematical theorems, and economic discussion about economics and all that stuff, which I think would not be suitable to post on coding blogs, because here we are just posting coding and technical related content. So I recently talked there about something called the Zipf's law. So Zipf's law is basically a law that states that in a piece of document or text, the frequency of a word occurring is inversely proportional to its rank in the frequency table. Now I would suggest you go and look at that video. You would understand more about what Zipf's law is, and then you can come back here for this video, because here what I've done is actually, for that particular video, I needed to create a website in which people can paste some text and they can try out the demonstration of the Zipf's law and see if the number of words match the Zipf's law distribution graph or not. So to do that, I had to create this website, and this website is basically something that I just created in jQuery and basic JavaScript. So I thought I'll make a video which showcases how I made it. In fact, I recorded myself while I was creating this website. So here's this website. It's basically a word count visualizer. And what it does is, like, if we go to say online free novel, this is basically a place where you can read some novels for free. So let's say we have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So if you just wanna take some text from here, right? And it's quite a bit of text, yeah. So if we take all this text and if we copy it and paste it here, it calculates the frequency of different words. So if I calculate that, it finds out how many times each word occurs, and it creates a chart of that. So the red is so the red is basically the chart of the word occurring versus blue is the Zipf's law distribution. So how close is this to the Zipf's law distribution? So this was, for example, for Harry Potter. If we do it for maybe some Killing Floor, there is a book. So let's say I just go and try this one out, and these are all natural text. So like somebody has actually written a novel, so they should follow the Zipf's law kind of closely. I'll just calculate again, yeah. So like this, and any other, if I find out, say action adventure, Hunger Games. So like if I take Hunger Games first chapter, put it on the word visualizer, we calculate that. So as you can see, they generally conform very closely to the Zipf's law graphs. Sorry, I'll just calculate again, yeah, here. But if you take like, there are a lot of online sample text generators. So for example, there's a dummy text generator. It generates random text which so let's say 1000 words if I generate. So these are all English words out here, but it does not make a proper sentence or something. So if I copy this entire text and I paste it in my word count visualizer and I calculate the frequency, you'll see that it starts deviating more from the Zipf's law, because it's not a natural piece of text. In fact, if I take there are some dummy text generators as well. So English words, 1000 English words, 3 paragraphs, generate. So we got this text. If I select all of it and put it in my visualizer, I calculate it. So as you can see, this is very evident that this is not natural text, because it deviates a lot from Zipf's law. Okay. Like I said, you can check the video to understand more about Zipf's law, but in this video, we'll see how to build this particular website where you can paste some text here and it will create this table of frequency of the words coming in, and it will create this chart where it will show the frequency of the words versus the frequency of the zip slot distribution. So let's go ahead and see how we have made this. And I have actually made this entire thing in less than an hour, right? Pretty easy to do. It's something that you can do as a project for your resume as well, and you can showcase it. It's a nice project to showcase, and it will take you less than an hour to build. So let's get started with VS Code basically. So I have made a folder for word count visualizer, and we'll just open VS Code here. Yeah. Okay, and what we'll do is of course just create an index.html file. I'll create a script.js here, and create a style.css. I don't think I will do a lot of CSS in this project, right? So just start off with a basic HTML template. I would need a jQuery here actually, so let me just quickly fetch that. jQuery is important because it'll just help me reduce the amount of code that I need to write here. I use jQuery for small projects like this. I mean, something like this does not need something like a framework like React or Vue. I think jQuery is perfect for something like this. So we will get the version of jQuery. Yeah, I'll just download that. So I have downloaded jQuery.js here, right? This I can delete. Yeah. So we got jQuery available, and we have got our script.js available. So in our HTML file, I'll just include both of those, jQuery as well as script.js. Okay. So what we will need here. Okay, so what do we need? We need a input area here. So we'll do a text area, right? And we'll put a label here which would say something like paste text here. We'll have a button which says calculate, something like this, and I will have a table where we will show the data or something like that. Let's see how does that look like. That's what my page looks like. I'll put a BR after everything so that they are in separate lines. Cool. I'll give the text area some I'll give it calls equal to 100 and rows equal to 25, let's say. Okay, I'll zoom in a bit, and then let's see. Let's make it 20. Okay, cool. So so what happens when you click on calculate? We'll give it an ID equal to button calc, and text area ID equal to input text. Okay, label for equal to input text, like this. Okay, great. Now what I need is I want to load this script after the body has loaded, so I will do it an async and a defer here. So now here I will write button calc dot click, and when I'm clicked I will just fetch the text from input text dot val. That will get me the text. I'll print that out once, console.log text. So yeah, let's see what happens. So if I have something, click on calculate, that value gets printed, right? Okay, so that's great. Now what I need is to do a word count, I will need some actual data from some sample text. Okay, so let's go and find out some sample text. Okay, so to get some text, what we'll do, we can just search for free to read online novels. Okay, got a places. There's read all novel 80. Find some there. free to read online. Let's just see. The magicians. Okay, so yeah, that's some good amount of text. Let's take a bit of it. Okay, let's take all of this text. Let's go and paste it here. If I click calculate, it prints all of that text. The thing with that text is that I need to turn it into lowercase, and I need to remove all the punctuation here, right? So let's do that. So if I do this thing, if I do let cars equal to text dot split on empty string, and then cars dot for each, if I do c console dot log c like this, what will happen is okay, so a lot of characters get printed, right? Don't need so many characters, lot of characters, so we'll not console.log this. What we'll do is we'll create characters, then we will do something like this. We will do let so let's do this, text equal to text dot to or let's do this, let new cars equal to an array, and then we do cars dot for each. So for every character we get, we will just do new cars dot push c, right? Then we'll do let new text equal to new cars dot join on an empty string again, and let's do console dot log new text. This should not make any change. We're just getting back the same string, but let's just see if it has worked properly or not. So yeah, so if I just go and copy that text again, put it here, go to console, click on calculate. So yeah, the entire text gets printed. That's fine. So we'll not actually push every character. So what we'll do is if c so let's put a switch on c, right? And we'll put a default case, which would be new cars dot push c dot to lowercase, and if c is oh sorry, you have to create cases. So yeah, if the case is semicolon or so let's create a lot of cases here actually. So this or this character or semicolons or yeah, in fact I'll just go and copy these lines. So okay, so we'll not do anything for any of these lines, right? So if it is semicolon, or if it's a colon, or if it is full stop, or if it is a question mark, right? What else? I think we should also do it for hyphen. Should also do it for underscore, I think. So let's see how much do we get by doing it this way. So yeah, there we go. Let's refresh the page, click on calculate. Okay, so it seems like a lot of things are removed. This character specifically we need to remove. So So I'll do the opening side braces, opening side quotes as well, right? Anything else? Okay, this also character needs to be specifically removed. So yeah, there we go. Anything else? I think we are quite close to things. Yeah. So let's do a calculate again. It seems pretty much like we have gotten the words, although like the comma character is I think a different one here, or we have not, we forgot comma. Okay, so case for comma as well, right? Okay, so it seems like I have gotten pretty much the words here, right? So we'll create the new text, then we will split it on something else. We'll create words, let words equal to new text dot split on space. Let's also do is if there are two spaces, so let's handle that. So if there is two spaces, then new cars dot push, I will just push a single space. Okay, and break on that. Okay, so you might need for more than two spaces another space also. And yeah, let's just handle the case stuff also like this. So if I do it this way, okay, so multiple spaces are removed. The /n is not really removed, technically speaking. So if I do one for that, so if I do one for /n, let's see if that removes the new lines. Okay, that removes the new line. So we kind of got all the words here. Okay, close to what we want. We have all the words. Let's do is words equal to new text dot split, and we let print the words. Okay, so then what we will get is, we calculate, we will get an array like this. Okay, and this array will contain words like this. Okay, so now how do we find out word counts? So let's find that out, right? Okay, so let's organize the text, the part a little bit. So let's create a function get words and with input text. So this will actually do this shit. Okay, I think we should write all the cases together as we were. Yeah. Anyway, so we do this input text dot split instead of this, and words, and then we return words. Great. So what we'll do here is text, and then let words equal to get words on text. Correct. Then we create another function which get word counts, right? So get word counts takes words, and what we'll do is, so words basically an array, right? So let word counts equal to an object like this, right? And we'll do this. So words dot for each word we'll do is we'll find if word counts the word exists in the word count or not, right? So if word counts yeah, so if word counts word exists or not, right? So word counts word, if it exists, then we do is word counts word plus plus, or else we do word counts word this equal to 1. Okay, so that's how we do. Okay, then we return word counts. Okay, so now let word counts equal to get word counts on the words. Okay, so now let's print the word counts instead of that. So let's go and do this instead. So clear this, calculate. Okay, so we have got like, a comes 35 times and always comes 2 times and stuff like that. Okay, now I need to sort them via sort word count. So let's create another one like that. Function sort word counts, I think, right, with the word counts. Okay, so how do we do that, right? How do we do that? So if I do something like, like if I do console.log object.keys on wc, what will I get? I'll actually get all these words like this. Okay, so I'll run is I'll do for or I'll do like object.keys word count dot for each word. So we'll do is let a word count array equal to and like this, and we'll do or we'll just wcarr. Okay, so we do wcarr dot push, and we'll push this object which contains word is w, and count is word counts of w. Yeah, so this word counts here. Okay, so that'll give me the array, and then we will actually sort this array. How we will sort it? So we'll do so we'll return wcarr dot sort a comma b, and we'll sort it using a dot count minus b dot count. Okay, so anything you are not able to understand, I think you'll have to understand a little bit of JavaScript for that. So this is how we can sort based on a key internally. So that will give me wc.array, and then so we'll do let wcarr equal to sort word counts with the wc, and let's print this wcarr. Okay, cool. So let's clear this, do it once again, and here we go. So it is actually I'll do b dot count minus a dot count, so that it comes in a descending order rather than in ascending order as we have done right now. So we'll remove that, calculate, and there we go. First item, the has come 58 times and has come 44 times. The empty string we can kind of chuck it. So we can do if w equal to empty string, so we can filter that out. Okay, the and a in great. So we'll do wc.sort, and if you want only the top, say 100 words, or top 50 words dot sub we'll have to do dot slice. I think we can do slice 0 to 50. Then we'll get only the 50 words then. Yeah, top 50 words and how many times it has occurred. So we'll get that. Okay, we can print this into a table if we want to. So how can we do it in a table basically? So yeah, function print word table, take the word count array, and we'll do is so we'll create a table here we have already created. Now we'll give it an ID equal to table word count. So yeah, we'll have let table equal to word count. So we'll do word count array dot for each word count object. We'll insert into a table, so we'll do table dot append, and we'll append basically a tr element which will yeah so it'll contain two things, two cells, one which will contain the name of the word, so that will be wc dot word, and the other one would be wc dot count, right? So let's see if that works or not. So instead of doing this, I will do print word table with wcarr. Let's see if that works or not. So calculate, yeah, works fine. I think we should have a table border, border equal to 1, cell spacing, so I'll do cell padding equal to 2, like that. Okay, great. So calculate, yeah, so we get the word counts of the different words that exist inside the text. Okay, great. So yeah. Now if I take some other text like yeah, maybe I don't know, can we get some text here, page 5. So let's take this text, yeah, lots of text here. Let's print that there, calculate. Oh, it just it does not clear the table, so I will have to do that once in the print word table. Table dot, I think table dot empty. Does it remove? I think table dot empty does it, right? Yeah, it does it. So calculate, yeah, and her and the, so we get that. Okay, so that's the number of words. We can take, like, bigger amounts of text if we want to. So for example, if I want to take the entire text here, that's like quite a lot, we can put that there. Calculate the 115, a 74 and 72, he comes 54 times, and so on. So that's the word counts are printed. Let's see if we can visualize that in a graph kind of format. Let's try that, right? So for charts, we'll use Chart.JS, and Chart.JS fantastic library to create charts. So if you look at the documentation, there's like line chart, bar chart, radar, lots of different ways to do that, right? So let's create line charts. Okay, so you want to create a line chart, a simple little line chart. So my line chart, we have to create a canvas. So how to get started, let's see. So you have to create a canvas in your page, and you have to fetch Chart.js script like this. I will just do is download this thing. So we'll do curl this Chart.js here. Okay, So now I have got chart.js included, so I will include chart.js in my script before we do that stuff, right? Chart.js. We need a canvas here. Canvas ID equal to, let's say, canvas or WC chart, right? We should give it a height and width actually. So say width 600 and height we can give 600 as well. Where will that come up in my page? Let me see. We can give it some background color actually. So style.css for here, and we can do is on canvas WC chart, and we can give it a background color just beige, let's say. Okay, so you have to see where the chart is. Oops, let's give it some darker color. Can we see it? Can we see it? Okay, that's where it is. Oh, I have not actually attached the style.css, so let's do that. Link rel equal to style sheet, href equal to style.css, right? There we go. So yeah, that's my chart there. Let's give it like a lighter color. Beige is fine. Okay, so beige comes up. Great. Fantastic. Calculate. Chart comes there. Table, we can inline the table and the chart actually. So we can do like what's the idea of the table is table is table word count. We can do display inline, and this also we can do display inline. Okay, so then calculate, and yeah, it's not perfect, I think. Yeah, copy this, put that there, calculate. Not perfect. Let's do that. Let's put the table first and then that. Will that work better? Not so nice. Fine, let's check that. We will see if displaying inline or something else works later better or not. Yeah, so check that. Calculate shows the list there, right? So we'll put the chart later after that. Yeah, great. Now what do we need? We need to generate the chart here. So to generate the chart, we'll need the word array function generate chart wcarr with that. Okay, so what do we need to generate the chart? Let's find out. So we need the context, so we do the context like this. I'll do it instead with let context equal document.get element by id canvas wc chart. Here's the 2D context for that. Chart we do using this let chart equal to new chart C capital. Okay, so new chart, it requires the context and it requires some data here. So the data that it requires is gonna be of type line, and that's the data labels data sets. Okay, so let's see with line chart specifically what kind of data it needs line, the data properties. Okay, so it will need the labels, of course, right? So data, it needs labels. So what will the labels be? Labels would be the words that we have. So how we can do that? wcarr dot map that will give me the labels. I think that much should be enough. Let's call generate chart here. Generate chart wcarr like this. It should clear the labels, nothing else, but it should clear the labels. Okay. There we go. Calculate. Do we have the labels? Yeah, so we have the labels here, all the labels. Okay, then we need to put the values. So how do we put the values here? So we put data sets. So my data set would have basically data. So data would be the values, that would be wcarr dot map. It will basically take the counts. That's it. Okay. Background color, border color, all that stuff, I don't think we need specifically. Just the data should be enough for us. Let's print it and see if it works. So let's generate again, calculate, and okay, did we get any error? Count is not, oh sorry, wc dot count, that's my mistake. Let's do it again. And okay, so the data set needs a name or something. Let's find out. So when you create line, we need data and we need options. So let's give it a label. Let's call it word frequency. Let's give it a border color. Fine. Let's say give it red. Can we generate with this much information? Okay, so no, not yet. We need a border width as well. So the data sets go inside data. My mistake. Think now we will have it. Calculate, and yeah, there we go. So we have got our word frequency chart generated. Okay, so every time we add words, if we don't want to like clear it, we can add like more words there. So you know, like let's use a different book, or like from here I think we can use another book, and let's put this data there. Calculate. I think a new chart would be created, or did we? Oh, okay. I think the charts get refreshed every time, but you'll see that the chart that gets created is pretty similar every time, right? Very similar looking chart gets generated every time. We can find out another maybe piece of text. Cool. Put it there. Calculate. Again, very similar looking chart. So whatever text you put in there, you will find very similar looking charts, and that's because of something called the Zipf's law, which I've actually covered in the video on my other channel on 6C time. So yeah.